Ladies and gentlemen, recently Malala held a press conference. Actually, when he was holding a press conference, I was very keen to look at what is happening. At the back of Malala, there were some UDA members who are wearing UDA t-shirts and of course caps. So I was asking myself, what is Malala up to? And I believe that's the question that you're asking yourself. First of all, let me register here that Malala was doing what just was predicted by me and any other person. He's also doing one simple thing, confirming that there were reasons for him to be dismissed by the UDA party. Before I give you the observations I made from Malala's press conference, kindly if this is the first time you are watching our videos, make sure that you subscribe, like and comment, because that's the best support you can always give this channel. I've taken my time to look at the analysis that are being made across about Malala's press conference, and I'm able to borrow some few ideas that I want to share with you here today. First thing that you have to learn, it is that Malala, actually, and I've done a big video about this, Malala was simply dismissed because of his close association with the Deputy President Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Now, therefore, that was the basic reason as to why he was dismissed. The attending of the Tower Movement meeting, that was basically an excuse that was used to ensure that he's out of office. But generally, Malala was dismissed because of his close association with Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Now, why was he dismissed? Rigathi Gachagua right now, he has problems with the government. I mean, the president of the UDA party and some other members of parliament who are closely associated with the president of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Arap Ruto. So therefore, there are reasons so much to ensure that Malala is out, or any other person who is associated closely with Rigathi Gachagua. Some of you could be asking that Rigathi Gachagua at some point, he wanted Malala out. What happened? That was simply a game that was being played. At that time, Malala was being fought, and the only way to kill those fights was to engage with the deputy president. And after that engagement, he pledged loyalty, which he was trying to do in the party. And upon realization that Malala was a close associate of the deputy president, that's how he was ousted. Today, yesterday, when Malala came out to speak about what happened, simply, he talked about the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. He said there were members in the UDA party who wanted him impeached. Now, Malala was a stumbling block. As a result, they had to get rid of him. Now, to be specific, this was just politics that is being played. Yes, there could be an impeachment motion that he was preventing, but how could Malala prevent that? This is something that was supposed to be tabled in parliament, and as well have the members of parliament participated there and impeach him. The drafting of the impeachment motion could not even have happened in the UDA's office. So therefore, generally, this kind of a move, it was not basically for the impeachment reasons. No, it's close association of Malala to the deputy president Rigathi Gachagua. Nevertheless, there are a few things I picked from Malala's press statement, and what I realized that Malala is simply fighting back. After confirming the reasons why he was being impeached, now it was just fighting back. Malala is being used to fight back. And fighting back, Malala alone cannot manage to fight the party that is now having the current president, William Ruto, as tough as he is. I don't think that Malala has that capacity. So therefore, checking closely what is happening currently in the country, Malala is simply fighting back and is being backed by none other than the people who are with the deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. Let me put it very clear here. Rigathi Gachagua's ambitions of 2027 going for the presidency are basically targeting the western region of Kenya. If he wants a deputy president, he has to take that deputy president from the Mount Kenya region, because Mount Kenya has numbers. And the entrance of Rigathi Gachagua to Mount Kenya region, it is simply through either Natembeya or Cleophas Malala, or the two combined. Because Natembeya, as I said in my video before, this is a close project of none other than Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And considering that Malala is also a mouthpiece, probably is now working with the deputy president to gain entrance into the western region. So therefore, let us not go far. This gentleman is a close associate of Rigathi Gachagua. Now, when he was fighting back, he expects to destabilize UDA party, any other process that is going on, any other thing that is against the deputy president, his work is to destabilize. Now, let me tell you one simple thing. Despite that the impeachment motion is not being talked about by anybody within the UDA right now, the fact remains that it was there. The secondly, that nobody can stop it if it comes on board. Now, Rigathi Gachagua, yes, he has tried to do the politics behind it to ensure that he's safe, going to the media here and there, but the fact remains that if they decide to bring on the floor of the house, it can happen and Rigathi Gachagua can be impeached. Now, one thing you have to say here, that impeachment, it's one of the things that has brought out Malala. Malala has come simply to fight to ensure that if it is there, it is not executed at all. and also is trying to implicate some of the Mount Kenya people who could have been behind the impeachment motion. What does the chairman of UDA, Celsin Balire, had to do with the drafting of the UDA impeachment motion? I mean, the impeachment motion for Rigathi Gachagua. This is something that is being taken to the floor of the House, as I said before. Balire, yes, can be participating by saying yes, no, or something, or maybe giving reasons. But the fact remains that the members of parliament solidly are the ones going to decide whether Gachagua is leaving or not. So therefore, the fight back is simply to ensure that they are balancing these issues so that it does not progress to buy time to get Gachagua to finish the 3-year term that is remaining right now. Another thing I noted from here, it is that the fight of Malala in the UDA, it is simply targeting the people associated with the president. That is Cecily Mbarire, Kimani Ichung'wah, and many others. He is likely going to mention more who are going to come for him. But likely, to be sincere, this kind of an attack is basically executed now to serve the interests of the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. And mind you, he's going to fight to become the Secretary General of UDA party, even go to court, even be installed back. But the fact remains that the owners of UDA exist. And if you check this closely, he could be coming now the same case. It could be becoming the same case that we saw in the Jubilee, where we're having two factions fighting for the same position of the Secretary General. Now, proceeding going forward, I noted some few things about Malala. First thing is that Malala is becoming very ignorant. What is he becoming ignorant of? First of all, he's assuming that he's fighting Mbarire and Ichung'wah. Yet he knows very well these are the closest associates of William Ruto when it comes to the UDA party and even in the parliament. So therefore, Malala should watch his pace. He has to ensure that he does not go further than he is right now. Because going for the president is simply indicating that you're going for his people. And the moment you attack his people, you're going for the president. So therefore, Malala is assuming that he's dealing with Mbarire, yet he knows very well he's dealing with the president himself. And that he has to be careful. Another thing, it is that Malala being unceremoniously brought into UDA, he has no right to ceremoniously demand for a ceremonial exit. To be honest, he was just appointed by the president. What if the president is the same person who gave the orders for him to be dismissed? So therefore, Malala has to be careful as far as the dismissal is concerned, because he was not elected to become the UDA Secretary General. Rather, he was appointed by the president. So therefore, when he's removed unceremoniously, there's no question about that. Now, another thing I want to say here, he's assuming that there are no owners of the Jubilee of the UDA party. The owners are there. These are the people who decided him to become a Secretary General within that period. He should respect that and become honorable enough to relax and maybe go sit and maybe with Rigathi Gachagua and draft another plan, because he cannot fight to become a Secretary General, yet he was not elected to become a member of the UDA party as far as the Secretary General post is concerned. Now, other thing that I assumed, I observed that Malala is assuming, it is that Malala thinks that he can be protected by the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua is vulnerable just like Malala is. The only thing Rigathi Gachagua did is to go back to the mountain and ask cry for the people to help him, because he knows that if he's impeached, the only place that he can go for solace is the mountain region, go for his people, probably wait for 2027. And that's the only way he can fight back. But going for Ichung'wah and other things, Malala is messing up, because simply that means he thinks he's strong by having Rigathi Gachagua. He thought he was strong by having Rigathi Gachagua, and he was completely ousted out of the UDA party. He thinks right now he's strong enough, but still I want to declare it here. Based on my analysis, Malala is just a drop of water in the ocean. Therefore, he has to know that his effect is negligible. Now, another thing I want to say here, it is that up to this level, Gachagua has declared officially that Malala is going to be his mouthpiece in the UDA government and in the entire Western region. From today henceforth, you're going to see Malala in press conferences, in various functions, fighting and championing for Rigathi Gachagua and the Mount Kenya issues. Is the person going to fight for Mount Kenya? Fighting for Rigathi Gachagua to ensure at least anything that is against him, including the impeachment that might come, is the first person to pass across and spread the political propaganda that is always used in this country to ensure that they have completely dealt with the issue to the impeachment in this country. That is a good strategy, because in politics, once you are politicking, once you are beaten politically, you fight politically. So therefore, Rigathi Gachagua and through Malala is doing the right thing as far as politics is concerned. Probably to gain him one simple thing: the strength in the mountain. And once he gains strength from there, once those who are going to impeach him look like they are enemies of the mountain, probably that's how Malala is going to become a hero, and Rigathi Gachagua is going to become a kingpin of the Mount Kenya region. My name is Abel Mukwa. That's a simple reaction that I've made about Rigathi Gachagua and Malala. And I can't if this is the first time you're watching our videos, make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that's the best support you can always give this channel. See you next time for more videos.